Why, oh, why didn't I
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ooh. Hey, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. Give yourselves a round of applause for being on the internet. Yay!
Yay.
You were scrolling anyway. Why not stop and watch the show on Facebook Live or on our YouTube channel, which I forget the address for, but you just look up the Monday Night Comedy Show and it something click, and three choices pop up: us, someplace in Kentucky, and someplace in Zurich. So, at least I think that was the city. I don't know. Zurich's in is Zurich in Germany or Austria? Anyone?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. My God.
Switzerland.
And here I got an A in geography in 5th grade. I'm putting shame on my house. Welcome to the Monday. My name's Andrew, and let's meet some people, shall we? Let's start with our dear friend, Saint May of the Underground. Oh, yes, Saint May. We love you. There you are. Whoa, hello, hi. Welcome to the Monday. Happy to have you here. We got a bunch of friends here this week. Oh my goodness. We'll just go through everybody. First, we want to give a shout out to Nano Taco Studios, where Kat and Mercy are, and I believe Jeff are at the studio in North Minneapolis. There's Mercy.
Yay.
Hello. And hey, Jeff. Hi. Okay. Have that poll removed. Well, thank you so much for you're taking over the video tonight and showing it. And we just want everybody to visit nanotaco.com and bookmark it and look up on Facebook so you can actually like the page and stuff. And what else should we? And this is the cool logo that they have, the Nanotaco logo. And let's say hi. Yay! Let's say hi to some people who are performing tonight. Let's well, hello, Sentil. How are you?
Hello.
How's it going,
Welcome
Andy?
to the mic. Great. It's so good to see you again. Welcome. This is our 601st show. We got Sarah McPeck here. Sarah, good evening. Hello. I'm going to, at one point in the night, I'm going to go get my own Squishmallow. We got Matt Goima. Matt.
Hello.
With a beautiful tapestry in the back. I like it. We've been complimenting your decor. Since this morning, actually, we've been talking about you.
As you should.
It's been really weird. We have a well, we'll just say hi to this scary fella.
Right.
Calls himself Mikey, but he has another name and job title. We'll hear more from him later. Welcome. Let's bring back to the stream Rebecca Wilson. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Oh, yep, the leg is still there. Hang on, she's gonna say hi to us any minute now, guys. It's okay.
Hello.
Hey, there we go. we said hello to you 4 hours ago, Rebecca. So it's
Hi.
so switch to the 5G. I want to say hi to everybody who's watching from home or from the bus, from the light rail. It doesn't matter as long as you have us here. I know a bunch of people are watching. Our own J Money the motherfucking Hawk, Kaka. Yes, is our man, our man on the internet. He's got his finger on the pulse of America, and what America wants to know is, hi, good evening, hi. Well, that's nice. Thank you to everybody who's watching, and comment away. Kruger will moderate the comments.
Right. Okay.
And if we think you're hilarious, we'll put you on screen, and it'll be great. Now, the show is free for now, but you can always tip the performers who you see tonight via our Venmo. It's venmo.com/Monday Night Comedy Show. We know times are tough, and it's also the holidays, so you got to buy a bunch of shit that you don't need. My suggestion is you go to the dollar store or Five Below. It's like dollar store. It's like the Nelson Rockefeller of dollar store. All right, should we do some comedy here, guys? All right, we're gonna skip the book tonight because I have other shit to do after this. I am a very busy and popular man. During this pandemic, I go around to the neighborhood and touch everybody's face. Anyway, who's up first? Ah, yes, he who shall not be named, serial killer at large. Everybody, be sure to clap your hands for Mikey. Welcome to the Monday. Serial killer at large.
Can you guys all hear me decently?
Yes.
Thank you for having me. Let me fix the lighting a bit. Okay, I like that better. My name is Ron Dwayne Lacey. I thought I'd start with a pandemic joke. I got COVID pretty bad recently, showing a lot of symptoms, but it was nice because during the time off from work, I was able to visit my mother at her nursing home facility for the first time in 10 years. That was a joke about me killing old people with COVID. The holidays are coming up, and I hate the holidays. Women are so difficult to find gifts for. They're always like, this is clearly the jewelry of several different women. And people are always checking in on their relatives. My next joke involves Costco. Have you guys ever gone to Costco for a jumbo-sized jar of pickles and then you have to eat a shit ton of pickles because you need that jar for a bunch of human penises? Sorry, my mother was calling. I am a supporter of strict gun laws, mainly because my first wife, Catherine, accidentally killed herself in a gun juggling accident while we were at home alone. She was a born performer, but also because people say the number one reason they want a gun is because of a home invasion at night. And I'm just not so sure we should go off shooting someone who we find in our homes at night. Just give them a minute. They're probably a pretty good guy with a couple bad habits. You guys, I got lost in an unfamiliar part of town recently, so I asked a young boy on a bike for directions. And he said, why don't you use your Google Maps on your phone? And I explained to him how it's not a good idea to have your cellular device on you during the commission of a crime. And he asked me, what crime are you committing? And then he said some other things which I could not hear due to them being very muffled. My neighbor got a security system recently, but he was having trouble finding out how to customize his password, so he asked me for help. And that's not really a joke, it's just something new and exciting in my life. Thank you. I've been renovating my basement into a dungeon. It's pretty easy, really. The main difference between a basement and a dungeon is freedom. So I'll leave you with this one. I hate when my mother visits me. She's always saying, why is that door locked? Or why does it smell weird in here? Or how come all your coasters are just the driver's licenses of young men? I should probably go. Thank you for the time, Andrew, and please give me Rebecca Wilson's address if you have it.
Everybody, give it up for Mikey Crow, serial killer at large. Yeah! Oh my goodness, that was horribly upsetting. Mikey, it's just so effortless, and that's what's unsettling about it. Goodness. All right, we got a couple LOLs. We got a couple rolling on the floors. We got some, I don't know, baked potatoes and somebody's, sour baked potatoes. I don't know what Garrett is trying to convey. A lot of people are doing
clapping.
Oh, is that clapping? No, that's
He's never seen clapping.
That's a baked potato. 3 baked potatoes.
He has seen the food though. That makes sense.
Sugar,
Go on,
delightfully
you.
creepy.
Delightful. Delightful.
David Mutter.
Absolutely swimming though.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
There was something just alluring and enigmatic about that last performer. Anyhow, let's keep moving on because we just don't have time to stop this fun train. Choo choo, I am your director. Everybody clap for our next comic, Sentinel Roger Sakara!
Yay!
Andy. Thanks, Andy. Andy, man, I really appreciate you. I appreciate all that you, Jason, May, Saint May, and everybody else, Ronnie, I suppose. So everybody else does. This is awesome. What a treat. What a great thing on a Monday evening for Minneapolis comedy. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for having me, man. This is the first time I'm following. This is my first time following a serial killer. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So effortless was right. Good job, man. So I've been busy, like I've been keeping myself busy. I've been, distracting myself with various things. Picked up a new hobby. I made this sign recently, so like I'm a little bit into typography. It's like fonts and stuff. So this one is not like the sans serif. This is new. I created this. This is called the Corona. So so if anybody is interested in a sign, please follow me at Real Central on Instagram. So man, my mom, I was talking to my mom. Everybody's talking to their family. This is the end of the world, so people are calling their family. I was talking to my mom. My mom is like, Senthil, this is the end of the world. You haven't talked to your brother in like 10 years. Why don't you give him a call, Senthil? So, like, I haven't talked to my brother in 10 years. He lives somewhere in New Jersey. And so I listened to my mom. So I texted my brother and I said, hey, do you have Amazon Prime? And then he texted me, yeah, so can I get your password? And I haven't heard back from him since then. And this is what I get for listening to my mom. So I get ignored. My freaking brother, like he hogs all the nice things, just like he did when he was little. So family is stupid, So, I've been doing other things, man, like to keep myself calm. Like people, like on Instagram, there are a lot of people doing yoga and things on Instagram, meditation. I'm not into that kind of thing. Like people think, oh, Senthil, you're from India, you must be doing yoga. I'm like, no, man, I never was into yoga, So like when I was little, there was yoga all around me, but I never got into it because I was more into running around, not sitting in one place. So, but a few years ago, I was in New Jersey and I wanted to check out what New Jersey yoga was like. And so I walked into a yoga studio. This yoga studio, the instructor guy was a tall white guy. And he was very nervous when he saw me, and it was a strange feeling, why is this guy nervous? I just want to try out some yoga. I'm really, like feeling depressed. I just want to like meditate and do some yoga. But this guy was very nervous. And so I couldn't understand that feeling. I had a strange feeling. I couldn't understand the feeling. Very recently, I figured out what that strange feeling was. That strange feeling was the feeling of power, So I think this is what happened. So this tall white dude thought that I was there to test his yoga class. And so he got nervous. So I should have just, like abused that power, man. I should have made him do things, like, hey, HQ sent me. I want to see your yoga skills. How about a little, you forgot your namaste, dude, How about a little downward dog? Can you do a little downward dog, Dan? Something like that. I should have abused my power. I did not. Like, who cares? I don't know how to do yoga because like this guy Simon Cowell, he is on American Idol, and I've never seen him sing. So the American yoga idol, So okay, so I also calm myself down during the anxiety. I reduce anxiety. This is one of the things I do to reduce my anxiety. I listen to public radio. Public radio is very calm and soothing. Like other radio stations, they yell. Like the terrorists are coming. We need to build a wall. So that is other radio stations. Made a very poor impression, but public radio is always very calm, so it's very soothing. But sometimes public radio is also a little scary because they're telling you important world news, and then suddenly it's spring membership drive, so it's kind of scary. Here's my impression of like a public radio announcer, host. So it's 6 because they tell you important world news and then they suddenly go into their membership drive. It scares me a little bit. So I'll give you a sample. So it's 6 p.m. at the public radio studios in St. Paul. In world news today, the Iranian general Soleiman was shot in his face with a Tomahawk missile. Are you a member of public radio yet? Come on, public radio. Can you get a pause between the news and your membership drive a little bit? So, scary. So I'm pretty sure, like if I like delay my membership dues a little bit, they're gonna call me out on air. Hey, Senthil, we haven't seen your membership dues yet, Send us your money, Senthil. Otherwise, we'll have to send somebody with a special thank you gift to your doorstep. You know where you live, Senthil, something like that. So, all right. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Real Senthil.
Real Santa.
That's all I've got. Thank you so much, Andy. Thanks, everybody.
Everybody, give it up for Santa Roger Sakaran! Yay!
Hey.
And he's right. Be sure to follow Real Sento on Instagram or his Twitter handle at
It's SPRCMDY Central.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his
it
initials
rolls
in
off the
comedy.
tongue.
Yeah.
Clearly, SPRCMDY 1 Central was taken.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was hilarious in my mind. Good, Santo Rajasakaran. One more time for him. Now, our next guest keeps being bounced from our StreamYard broadcast. So hopefully we won't lose her. But let's everybody say hi to Sarah McPeck. Sarah McPeck. Woo!
Hey guys, how are you?
Excellent.
Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Great to see you. Sentel, it was so awesome to see you. I really miss you. So please get back on out to comedy when you can. All right, on to my performance. So I'm 44, and I know that shocks so many of you. And I'm at this really weird point in dating where either super young women want to date me, like young 20s, or super old women want to date me. Like, I shouldn't say old, I'm sorry, but in my mind, like 60, you know. So it's an interesting place to be. So I tried. I tried dating a couple younger women. It was, you know, it was a boost to my ego for sure. And, you know, the one thing I realized, like, after the excitement of their young supple body wore off, what I really saw a future in was how good their joints were. They could still scissor, and all I could see is multiple trips from the grocery store up the stairs and back down again, because I'm looking at a knee replacement. So now I started having like a questionnaire where I would find out, you know, first, like, how many sports injuries have you had? Did you take care of them? And the thing that I didn't think would be a turnoff from dating younger women was like their friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could maybe do the one and let it go when she said things like, I've never seen steel magnolias. Will you watch me play Fortnite?
Oh.
No.
Right?
Mhm.
If,
Right.
that's a compromise.
Whoa.
Buttons, Andy, buttons.
No, we lost her.
I think we lost her.
No, we lost her.
Oh.
On me for the internet.
Wait, she might be back. Kind of. Here we go. We're gonna add her. Hopefully it's back. There she is.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm going to keep going. If I get knocked out again, you guys are just going to have to follow me on social media. I'll let you get on with your night. But so with this younger girl, we went out to smoke a cigarette, and one of her roommate's friends was there waiting for her roommate, bawling. And I was like, dude, let's turn around right now. She was nice, wanted to talk to her, and this young girl was going on and on and on about how she wanted to end her life because her boyfriend didn't respect her by doing the dishes, and he took the dog on a vacation to his mom's house and didn't ask me.
Oh my god.
And she was sitting there crying, like made it seem like she was gonna kill herself when we walked out there. And I am like, if you are having problems with a man not doing dishes or respecting you or telling you what he's doing, I suggest you don't ever date, because everyone's an asshole.
Yeah.
Get over it. So, but then I tried dating an older woman, and I have to say I was intrigued by the security. Already have the house, already have the career, would like to pamper me. It's all about me. But I couldn't be with her because she didn't have any friends. So every second of every day was like, hello. It was like, hi. But I was thinking a lot about trying to date during a pandemic, and then I just decided I would have some loose boundaries with a few exes, which I think is probably the safer thing to do right now for COVID, maybe not for your mental health. You know, I can only be called a narcissist so much before I don't care. But I'm gonna leave you with this. I think that we should think about how much we fight with each other, and one of the ways we can do that is by maybe putting our fights into song. So I just have a little ditty for you. Maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. It's just that hanging with your ex, I feel, is something for the dauntless. Just having her on Facebook is something that makes me so pissed. Hanging with your ex, I feel, is something for the dauntless. I'm surprised that she can still stand up. Her ass has gotten so big. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. You're dry. I'm wet. You're dry. I'm wet. I know this isn't what you signed up for. I know you want me to go to bed, but I'm not feeling very sleepy. Could you please just give me head? Get out the door, you're acting crappy. You're about to drive all my love away. If I left you, I might be happy. And that's all that I have to say. Hey, goodbye, Monday Night Comedy Show. Thanks for listening.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's so great.
Hey.
Thank you.
Oh my
Sarah, I have
gosh,
to
that
say,
is so
when,
fun.
when I'm looking at you out of the car, man, you look like you. You have a friend behind you.
Oh yeah, my cat.
Like an '80s new wave video, like Eurythmics is gonna start playing, and then to introduce. Who's your friend?
This is the best cat in the world. Her name is Cookie.
What is it?
Cookie.
Oh, it is Cookie. Okay. Hi, Cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie.
She a baby.
She's a cutie. I'm not even a cat person, and that's a nice looking cat. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, does anybody else have any pets?
Just bring it.
I just want to see animals. I don't care about your jokes.
Nobody cares anymore.
What kind of babies do live at your house? Oh,
yeah,
love
Matt.
it. All right.
Matt's got something.
Let's take a break. we're going to take a break from stand-up comedy and watch a video. What? It's like eating sushi, and the videos are the ginger that cleanses your palate, and then you eat more sushi. I got nothing. Anyway, so we got the Bitter Baker. We didn't show it last week because we were so chock full of people because it was our 600th show. So we have the Bitter Baker episode. It's the Pride episode. So it aired in June of this year. Put your hands together for the Bitter Baker by Tiffany Norton. Woo!
Yay.
Yeah.
Hello there, and welcome back to the Bitter Baker. As you're probably aware, June is Gay Pride Month, and we're gonna celebrate everything fabulous about my LGBTQ friends. So my gay BFF, Marcus, is going to a Pride potluck, and he's in charge of bringing dessert. This is a very important event for him because at this event will be his exes. They're a couple now. The most uncomfortable part of this situation for Marcus is the fact that he actually introduced these two guys to each other at a Sex and the City drag brunch. Ouch. So today, I'm very excited. We're making Gay Pride unicorn bars. This dessert's preferred pronouns are yummy, sweetie, and fluffy. I hope you enjoy it. In a large bowl, we're gonna whisk together our butter, our sugar. Then we're gonna add in the vanilla and eggs, salt, and whisk that until it's smooth. Using a rubber spatula, we're going to stir in the flour until it's just combined, and then we're gonna stir in our sprinkles. Now, personally, I do identify as straight, although I did go through an experimental phase. It made it a little bit awkward in my last relationship when, after a few months of us dating, we realized that I had totally banged more chicks than he had. We're gonna spread the batter into the prepared pan, and we're gonna bake that for 25 to 30 minutes until the edges are set. As an ally of the LGBTQ community, sometimes people get a little bit confused about me. I accidentally got booked on a gay fundraising comedy show because the producer actually thought I was a lesbian. I maybe should have picked up on that a little sooner. He was calling me an old dyke the whole night. I just thought it was like a term of endearment, like when you call each other bitch or slut. No, he just really thought I was gay. It's cool. For our unicorn candy toppers, all you need is some sugar sanding. I chose some in soft pink, and I'm using Ghirardelli white chocolate melts that we're going to just melt over a double boiler, and then we're gently going to spoon in the white chocolate on top and let that set up in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. Next, pipe or spread the frosting on top of the bars and garnish with more sprinkles. And look, folks, we're done. I'm so excited. Look at how cute these little guys are. Marcus is gonna have the best desserts at this party. Hey, don't forget to tune in next time when we make Get Away From Her, You Bitch! Baklava.
Woo! There is the Bitter Baker! Tiffany Norton, the Bitter Baker. Be sure to follow the Bitter Baker on Facebook, and of course, subscribe to the Bitter Baker channel on YouTube. That way, you know exactly when every new episode airs. Or you could just keep watching the Monday Night Comedy Show, and eventually we'll catch up. And it'll be a big event when Tiffany makes another one. So one more time, Bitter Baker, Bitter Baker. Let that be an inspiration to all you filmmakers out there, all you funny people who made videos instead of writing an English paper in 8th grade, like myself for The Crucible. Be sure to send us your videos. If you got something you want to show, we'll be happy to show it. Even better if you're local, because we like local people and want them to be able to show off their stuff, because there's not a whole lot of venues around open right now because of the pandemic. So things like the Bitter Baker are a special treat. I love watching new stuff. It's great. Coming up next is a great friend of the Monday Night Comedy Show and a good friend of you. You might know him from his podcast. I'm going to let him talk to you about it. All right?
Oh, okay.
Matt, you ready? Matt? Huh?
Yeah.
No, hang on.
It's
I'm trying to
intro.
figure out
Which
trying to
button?
figure out my life here. Bear with me, Matt.
Oh,
Here
no.
we go. Matt Doima.
Just
Matt
now?
Doima.
Yay.
There he is.
Hey.
Matt.
Hey.
Yes.
The podcast that Andy's referring to is, of course, Awful Service, which he was on. Yes, he was. He claims it's the best episode. He's listened to every episode, so he would know.
I lied about that. But,
I'm done. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm disillusioned.
Oh.
Andy, this is just like finding out that Santa Claus isn't real.
You have like 100 episodes. It's crazy how actually, well, like 50, but
66. But
66
that's
like 100 though.
It's close. It's somewhere between.
It's amazing.
Yeah, yes, we're the Joe Rogan Experience Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. By that I mean we all smoke a lot of DMT, especially Rebecca. So you guys, I am a bartender, which means I am unemployed. Or as I like to say it, I'm fun load. No, it's fun though. I've been trying to keep active, trying to keep things. I've been trying to think of like new business ventures. And I came up with a couple. I want to see what you guys think. It'll be my Shark Tank, okay? First, I want to open a dispensary that's themed after Boys to Men called Grow Town Philly. And our tagline would be, we have everything from THC to CBD.
Yes, I will go.
Yeah. I think that as soon as I'm going to open that in Sioux Falls next summer. Okay. And I have another idea where I want to combine Tinder with the convenience of the Domino's tracking app. You see, so like you'll know it'll have like words like in 30 minutes your possible mistake will be at your door. You can send words of encouragement to your date like, "Oh, I'm so ready for you."
Oh no.
Listen, I've had a lot of time on my hands. I'm a house husband and an out of work server. I'm starving to death since there isn't a fry bowl for me to steal out of.
Right.
No, it's fine. You know, people are mad about the shutdown and that the restaurants and bars got shut down. These are the same people who couldn't wear a mask 10 feet to a table due to health concerns, but they were still able to drink 5 Bud Lights, 3 shots of Fireball, smoke 4 cigarettes, and eat 3 cheese curd baskets. But a mask was going to kill them. So fight for your rights, people. Lions, not sheep. That's what they say. Lions, not sheep. I had to serve someone who had that on a hat, and I'm surprised I saw it because it was camouflaged.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But I really wanted to go up to him and be like, but which one's endangered again?
Oh, God.
You know, there's not a lot of big game hunters going to New Zealand to go on safari. You know, there's a Minnesota dentist hasn't shot a famous sheep before. You know, plus, you know, Scotsmen don't want to fuck lions. So, you know, I have a Gerard Butler fetish. Don't judge. No. By the way, do you think it's funny that the people who have been talking about calling other people sheeple are the same people who talk about the herd immunity? Not just me. Cool. I don't know. I made a bunch of weird pandemic purchases again because I'm locked down and I'm worried about the collapse of society. So I bought a machete.
Yes.
And what's funny is I'm actually a gun owner and I still bought a machete. And I was an impulse purchase at a store. And I just figured if I slipped it in between 10 pounds of flour and you know, like a magazine, they weren't going to notice it. The old Blockbuster porn style. They still found my murder weapon. It's under my bed now. Anyway, I was reading that they're saying that vitamin D can actually help against the coronavirus, and they're actually also saying that THC has some preventative qualities for the virus as well. and that makes me extremely happy because I love joints and mozzarella sticks. I'm kind of grumpy though. I have to admit, I'm kind of grumpy. It's because my birthday's coming up, and I don't like my birthday. I don't like birthdays in general. I think it's because I've worked in the hospitality industry as long as I have. Because there's just such a sense of entitlement when it's someone's birthday, like I'm supposed to care, or like they demand that you sing. Name one other job where someone will come in and be like, "It's my birthday, sing to me, Wells Fargo." I don't know, like no one else's income's getting threatened because they didn't do the happy birthday song. That's all I'm saying. Little bitter. And honestly, it's also the entitlement. Like, why do you deserve something free on your birthday? Do you know who deserves a free meal on your birthday? Your mother. Your mother deserves, because that is the anniversary of one of the most expensive and painful days in her life. She deserves potato skins. Like, you literally ripped her from her V to her A. You're the reason she still sneezes a little bit, or pees a little bit when she sneezes. Okay? She deserves the chocolate cake, not you. I'm also bitter because I have a birthday near the Christmas holiday, or as everyone who's ever had to do it is Merry Birthmas. Merry Birthmas. Here's one gift. We spent as much as we did on two. That's why I'm an adult with an elephant tapestry behind him that he bought because no one got him an actual birthday gift that year. This just got really sad really quick. It's true though. It sucks because do you know how hard it is to compete against Jesus? Do you? Like, he already has the best gift bag at his party. Like, you can't compete with presents. And he has the best birthday clown, Santa. Man, you can get a look-alike, but you don't get the real thing like he does. It's terrible. Like, you might be the birthday boy, but you will never be the king of kings. Oh yeah, so I that's just where I'm at. I think that'll be my time. Listen to the Awful Service podcast. We're on every single platform, or most of every single platform. We'll be on more coming up soon since I have time now.
Yeah, Matt Dimer! Yes, yes. Matt, you got some people. I don't know who it was. It must have been either May or somebody. Somebody said Jesus is a tough competitor. It was not me. Wayne agrees with everybody. It is a sweet tapestry. I want to point out that I've been looking at it during your set. It actually, to me, it looks like the profile of someone wearing a mask. Like the little triangle is the eye hole, but they're wearing an elephant, like a thing on their nose that's shaped like an elephant, which is, very meta and weird. So no one else can see that. Well, now you're just having a stroke, Matt.
I mean, probably.
It's a very nice tapestry. One more time for Matt Doima, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Woo! Woot! Matt, we hope that your restaurant opens and you can.
I don't anticipate restaurants opening until after the new year.
Yeah. Well,
earliest.
Sorry about that. Which brings us to a very good point. If you have the means, please tip the performers tonight via Venmo. And that way we can Venmo your Venmo to them. And then we can all Venmo together and wake up and have baby Venmos. And then, Venmo. Venmo's it's a noun and a verb. It's one of those magic things that no one understands. By no one, I mean me. Who's next? Oh, that was Matt Doima. And coming up next, oh, very cool. So we have a program here at the Monday Night Comedy Show called the Comic in Residence Program, and it's where a comic signs up for many weeks in a row. In this case, you sign up for 8 weeks. So in the next 8 weeks, we're going into 2021 with your next performer, doing 5 brand new minutes of material written just for this cool group here. And by the end of it, they will have 45-minute Comedy Central special we might not get that for them, but if Comedy Central were to ask, hey, do you have 45 minutes? They will be able to say, yeah, actually, and it's all new that I did for what was once a basement comedy show that moved to North Minneapolis during a global pandemic, and they'll be like, oh, tell us more about that. And they'll be like, no, I'm just going to do this. I'm lying. No such place exists. Anyway, 5 new minutes from none other than Rebecca Wilson. Everybody clap for Rebecca Wilson. Good resident. Yay! Yay! 5 new.
Oh yeah, I signed up for 8 weeks, baby. I was under the impression it was shorter, but you know what? 8 weeks. You got me. Yeah. Let's do this. There's been serial killers asking for my address. This has been one. Let me tell you. So I think my trouble with men started when I was forced to hug Captain Hook at Disney World at the age of 3.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. I tell my parents, like, I don't want to hug him. He's a bad man.
Right? Damn.
And they're like, no, he's not bad. I mean, he's just mean, violent, vain, and hates children.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I mean, I looked past all his red flags. I hugged him, and we took a photo, which just proves that, like, I don't know, like, as long as you can stand by a toxic man and take a great photo, your parents will still be proud. All for the man. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, keeping sex spicy, keeping it spicy. I don't know. A lot of people read Cosmo articles and stuff, try new things in the bedroom. My big tip for you is just use your imagination. Yeah, just use your imagination. As we were taught as children, just use that powerful thing in your brain. That's why every time I have sex, I close my eyes and I lay there and I imagine my best friend who taught me how to imagine, Barney. I imagine Barney because he loves me, I love him, and we both come. So that's fun. I don't know, like, I've learned a lot from dating an older man, and I've learned mostly about the Byzantine Empire. Yes. Watch a lot of documentaries. I got the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, such emperors include Constantine, Arcadius, Theodosius II. And I would rather listen to each one of those emperors talk about their views on women as property than watch one more documentary about the Byzantine Empire. That's me. I don't know. And also, like, dating an older man, it's fun because, like, sex is just a foreplay to napping. I don't know. It's hard, like, applying for day jobs because of the way I carry myself. It's strange. Like, you're like, hey, you guys hiring? And they're like, hey, you look like you should be a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Just let me work at this Panera Bread. Let me do it. I don't know. Facebook is strange. You see a lot of things like sponsored ads on your newsfeed. And one time I saw the sponsored ad for my ex's band. I looked at it, and then I flagged it as irrelevant content. It's satisfying. I don't know. I mean, we're all kind of lonely during the pandemic, and I understand that. But you have never been as, like, lonely as seeing a priest do a virtual mass all by himself in a chapel. And there's one view, and it's me. That means Jesus isn't even there, you guys. Jesus is like, dude, Father David, this is lame as shit. Like, I gotta bow out. This is really embarrassing, bro. I don't know. So this year for Thanksgiving is my first time cooking the entire meal. And I did it. I can perfectly cook a turkey, and that is my toxic trait. I don't like that. Well, the whole thing with Thanksgiving, when you really think about it, all it is recreating a perfect 1950s meal. That's all it is. When else do you eat roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, which is just chicken flavored bread? It's chicken loaf. Has anyone really thought about like what stuffing is? It's basically what people ate back in the day in the 50s when all you had was canned goods like green bean casserole. There's no need to get cream of mushroom involved with any culinary experience now. But we gotta do it because it's tradition. And so I don't know. I cooked for my boyfriend and my brother. So I'm just cooking for the two biggest men in my life. So that was super cool. And the thing is, as like, you know, I was raised, you know, to provide good food, but also to make it healthy. And Thanksgiving, the better it is, that means the less healthy it is. You guys, they were like, put in all the butter. I'm like, no, it'll stop your heart. They're like, do it. And then it just killed my heart. I don't know, just the whole time I was just like, I'm the matriarch. This is a lot. This is a lot to process. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll do it again, but it wasn't great. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. I was raised not to be a tattletale, but I have to do this. Okay, the Radisson in Sioux Falls, South Dakota is raiding their water park at full capacity. There are wet children everywhere.
Gross.
And the whole thing, it's in their courtyard. It's carpeted. Now, I don't know if I believe in reincarnation, but if I do, I will be brought back as that carpet for all of us. Dude, and like the water park, they're just there during COVID. And like there's signs in the lobby like, beware of children's sex trafficking. I'm like, is that something that most hotels have to have in their lobby? Like it was insane. And we did the show. The show was in a little like event space off to the side. And I made the comment about the wet children. And this old drunk lady, she goes, yeah, and there's a lot of women with tattoos. Yeah. And they'll all kick your ass, lady. Shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Well, this has been fun. Yeah, that's 5 enough minutes.
Rebecca Wilson, comic in residence! Woohoo! That was only week 1 of many. So we'll see.
I'm gonna write on my wall just a little prison notch.
Please get video footage of you with like a Bowie knife, just like
carving it out. Deep, girl. Oh goodness.
Oh, and just one thing to plug. Andrew Wegleitner and I are doing our virtual reality comedy show with Rim 5 Laboratories out of St. Park. And it'll be this Wednesday, December 9th at 8 p.m. Yeah, super exciting. We have Tiffany Norton, Joe Christensen, and Devin Cook.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun.
I've been able to have Devin Cook on the show. I don't even know if I'm Facebook friends with him, but I don't know. Send him our way. But
that's super fun.
Yeah, that's what I hear. But I also have seen screenshots. I plan on watching this Wednesday night, Rebecca. It looks awesome. It looks like one of those rides that you pay like $10 extra for on the entry fee at Valley Fair. You know, it's like you pay like $45-$50 to get in, but also there's this also cool thing that you're gonna want to do and your kids are gonna beg you to do is go to this comedy show. It's virtual reality, and it's like fucking Lawnmower Man, only funny. It's amazing. So it looks really cool, and I'd like to see like how you guys actually film it. Like, are there anybody else in the room with you? Is it just you guys in VR helmets and like and sensors and
Yeah, everything like that's like shown. So if like you buy a ticket, you get the link, you can watch it with the VR equipment, laptop, smartphone. And so we are all at the laboratories. We all have our own equipment. And Andrew and I are in like these separate pods, and then the performers go up to the front main room and do their sets. But yeah, it's super cool. And then everyone that shows up is a little robot avatar.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility, like, I mean, I assume VR right now is to the point where it is exactly like in movies where you can just think it and like a big samurai sword like pops into your hands and you can like start fighting Wags or something, you know?
Great object. Wags is very fond of the bong item that can happen. There was also a unicorn floating around at one point. Yeah, a lot of fun things.
Very cool. I like that. So remember this Wednesday. What's the time again? Wednesday.
PM Central.
All right, and just go to Rebecca Wilson on Facebook or Andrew Wagleitner, and they'll have shared all the event pages. We're going to share the event page on our. There is an event page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're gonna share the event page on our Facebook page, so you can follow that link and go to there. Go watch it on Wednesday. And one more time, Rebecca Wilson, great job. We're gonna show another video, and it's by one of our friend comics, and it's John Wheeler, who started a YouTube channel called Underdressed and Overserved. This episode is called. And it doesn't leave much to the imagination. I will never eat factory farmed ass. So please enjoy Underdressed and Overserved by John Wheeler.
Woo! I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna deal with this boner anymore. So I was on a date once, and the girl asked me if I ate meat. And yeah, I do, but I also hate the idea of big, gross factory farms and all that. I feel like, yeah, it should at least be humane. But she said, oh, well, as long as you get fed a healthy diet and get to run around outside, you'd be okay with getting murdered and eaten. So I said, damn, I've never thought about it like that before, but you have a point. All right? That sounds awesome. Who wants to sit in a tiny workspace? No sunshine, no exercise, breathing in everyone's farts. I would love to be free-range organic. First of all, I'd be here for an actual legitimate reason, not just because a couple of 20-year-olds forgot to bring a condom to a music festival. Someone would love me and care for me, and I would run wild and free, climbing trees and building forts. I would live in a world where there would not be one reason for me to ever learn how to do math. And when I hit puberty, I wouldn't have to awkwardly ask girls to a school dance because I've had a boner for a solid year, and will somebody please, just this thing never stops. The farmer takes me into his strong yet gentle and experienced hands, and he does the Lord's work. Don't look at me like that. I didn't invent farms. That's how they make cows. And then one fine autumn day, when I become festively plump, but long before my back ever starts to hurt, having never once sat through a single employee training video, they bring me to my favorite spot. Tell me about the rabbits again, Lenny. Bam! Love me, feed me, breed me, kill me. A perfect ending to a perfect life. I've never been so jealous of a piece of meat. I'd be lucky to be half as tender and juicy. And you're not fooling anyone with your natural American spirits and your White Claws. You're nothing but bitter gristle. No one is going to want to eat your skinny ass when you're dead. In fact, I'm having second thoughts about later tonight. Good day, madam.
All right. Underdressed and Overserved by John Wheeler. One more time. It was called "I Will Never Eat Factory Farmed Apps." Was that episode? you can follow him and subscribe on YouTube. Also, it's called Underdressed and Overserved. It's a good buddy of ours, John Wheeler. Now, joining us also in the studio, here he is. Let's add him, Mr.
There he
Chris
is.
Maddock.
Hello.
Mr. Chris Maddox.
So sharpy.
Woo! Chris, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we sure can. We sure can.
Okay,
Happy
that's
as hell
good.
you're here. Yeah.
You sound like an acid nightmare.
Oh, good. That's what I usually sound like. So good. But
so I can't understand a word you said except for I heard my name.
All right, then I'm just gonna say it again.
There you are.
Everybody, Chris Maddock! Woo!
Hey.
Woo!
I'm sorry, I fell asleep next to my child, and I don't know if anyone knows I was late or whatever. So sorry about that. It's not. I was bored not doing the show. That's what it was. So now I'm awake. Thanks for having me. So wait, I stopped, you know, those Mormons that bike around, I stopped to talk to them. The ones, you know, they wear the short sleeve white shirts and the name tags and the bike helmet and everything. So they stopped me to talk. They're like, "Do you have a second?" And I was like, "Sure." And they were like, "Sorry, oh, really?" They were like, surprised that someone would talk to him. So I wanted to hear what he had to say. And it was a 22-year-old guy and an 18-year-old dude. And the 22-year-old feller was named Gordon, which is like, so he was born in the year 1998. And his parents named him Gordon. They probably shopped at a thrift store. I don't know. But so he wanted to. He said, "I said, what do you want?" I said, "What do you want to talk about?" And he said, "The truth."
Oh dang.
Yeah. So I said, "Sweet. What do you want to know that?" And so he said he was telling me about Joseph Smith and the Mormons and stuff, and God did this, and God he did that. And so I said, "God's a man?" He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh, good. That's some good truth." Do you know, I said, "What makes him a man?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, does he have a hairy chest? Does he have testicles, I guess is what I'm saying?" That's what would kind of make him a man, right? And I saw a little rage bubble up, but I was just like, that's what, I'm not making fun. Isn't that what would make him a man? So Gordon said, yeah, like, I guess he would have some sort of genital region. Are you sure this is the truth, Gordon? You don't seem sure of yourself. You know God has testicles? Yes. I go, "Why would he have testicles?" "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, what are they for?" Like, despite what any of you have seen, they're not for looks. They're there to whip up baby batter. That's all they're there for. And then you got to plant it somewhere. That's just all it's for. So who's having sex with God? Who's even going to date God? That's way too much baggage, I would think, right? "Oh, thank God you're home. I got to tell you about my day." "Oh, can I have a second, please? I put the sun up today. I brought it down. Can I have a scotch and relax?" "Oh, fine. You don't want to listen to me? Oh, God, here we go. You come out of the bathroom, honey. Our guests are worried." Do you have to answer every prayer? I can't not hear them. I'm everywhere. You try being me. Yeah, so I just think I don't know how that would work. My wife is the type of person who will like, she'll sit there and like gawk at gorgeous women as though that would be a fun thing for someone like me to do. We've been married for almost 15 years. Like, am I even straight anymore? Like, technically, like, what am I? What the fuck happened? What am I? Like, am I straight? Am I a heterosexual anymore? Like, apparently I just love one so much. Like a heterosexual, let's see, heterosexual, how does that, attracted to members of the opposite sex? Nope, apparently not me. No, I seem to only like one. So I don't know what I am. Is that, she said, you're the man I fell in love with. No, I'm not. I'm someone quite different. No, the man you fell in love with was ready to get passed around your group of friends and could have, had I been just a little less sappy. Maybe one more I would have could have accomplished that. No, 26, I'd be in love. So she likes to say stuff like, "Oh my God, look at her." Like, yeah, I know it's frustrating. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to look. Can you? This is what she said. Can you imagine kissing her? Like, and then she said this. I don't even think I could get mad at you for that one. Oh, really? I bet you could. But I was also thinking, like, you've ever seen that? You know, like, do you know how fast it would be if I encountered a new vagina within any sort of close distance? How it would just be over. I would just be so confused and probably in love. I mean, it would be like those lions in the Serengeti when they, you ever see them? They're all just they're like one pump and a half, and they're just, and then they just get off. They're just completely disinterested. I mean, I don't think I'd be disinterested, but it would be that fast. But what if it was just like that? Like, what if, like, then I asked my wife, like, what if you saw me like with a beautiful girl, and you're, the rage and the jealousy starts to boil up, but then you saw that that's all that I did. Like, would you be mad? Like, how mad could you be at just a disinterested pump and a half? Like a lion. Like, oh, he didn't know what to do with that at all. Huh. How mad could you be? You didn't even take a nipple out. You don't know what you're doing. Is that all the funniest parts I had? It was so funny when I thought of it. That's all it is, though, to be the only difference between this is the thing about like getting married in your 20s, is you missed the whole like part where I could have been good at good with ladies, like, because the only difference between me in my 30s and 40s and me in my 20s is I could go a few days without getting boned. Like that's an option. Back then it was not an option. Now it could be like I have a little something in the quiver where I could sort of not just, in the 20s it was just like, hey, this is my friend Amy. I'm like, I'm here. Should we? When should we? Should I stay here or do I have to go somewhere else? That's all it was. I'm here. You're here. Is this our? Can we gonna? So how do you? How do you know Becky? Becky? Who? Oh, Becky won't. Becky doesn't want to. Do you want to? That's how it was back then. It's the only difference between me and now. I worked. Sorry. I worked at a bar by the Metrodome for a long time, and those when people go, they go, "How did you start comedy?" Like that's how I started. I worked at this bar, and then I would make fun of the people that would come in. It was right by the Metrodome where the Vikings would play. So the Vikings fans was a different breed. They'd come in and real health nuts, all the Vikings fans. They go, "You can get a Mick Golden Light, 2 Bud Lights, a Coors Light, 3 Amstel Lights, MGD Light, Pack Gamma Lights, Marlboro Lights, lighter, flashlights, interior lighting, rope lights, crystal light, minor hat with a light on it, light, inner light. Can I get some inner light?" And a spitter. This one's full. They like light things. They're health nuts. They're health nuts. They go. And then this was the first bit I ever did. Was this dude? His girlfriend was just like passed that head down on the bar, and he's going, "She needs a drink." And I was like, "I don't think she needs a drink." And she's like, I don't want to drink. I'm too drunk." And he goes, "Christ, get her a Bud Light." I go, "I don't think she wants one." And she goes, "I don't want one." And he said to her, "Will you get a fucking sack and drink a beer?"
Oh.
That's a funny thing to say to your girlfriend. It's you're already dressing up like Randy Moss. You know, want your girlfriend to get a sack. It's just funny. Get her a spitter. I just gave you a spitter. She pregnant, can't smoke, got to chew. No, it's not. You guys are very health conscious. I appreciate that. That's nice.
Yeah.
Some jalapeno poppers. What? Cellulite. Can I go back to bed yet? No, I'm just kidding. No, I got jokes, dude. Hang on. Do you know? Did you know? Oh my God. I wonder if the camera can see this. Penis hand washing kitten. I have no idea what that is reference to. Penis hand washing kitten. Kitten. Penis hand washing kitten. Huh. That can't not have been funny. Dad baptized. Oh, that's funny. My dad, so my dad got really drunk a couple years ago and told me that when we brought our kid over when he was a baby so that we could go out, that my mom had to talk him out of secretly scurrying away with the boy to get him baptized.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I wish I was mad when I heard it, but I think it's hilarious now. That's like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like the boy shows up in heaven in 70, 80 years from now, and you're there like, "Who's your favorite dude? Who's your grandpa?"
Wow.
Say hi to your parents. Look at them down there. You fucked up. You gotta go secretly. Oh, maybe no sodomine. Here, I fixed your kid. I fixed it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lemon when you brought him to me. Hey, do you think? Did you notice that, like, so Baywatch was the biggest show in the 90s, or it was the biggest show ever when it came on? running babes in bikinis and swimsuits on the beach. Like, it took us till the 90s to figure that out. Did you notice that before that, the biggest shows were like all dudes who showed their hairy upper thighs and chest to like Magnum PI, The Fall Guy, Knight Rider. There's all these hunky dudes. Like, and then Baywatch came out, and everyone's like, "Wow, this is really popular." Like we wanted to see Tom Selleck instead. Do you think like the 90s ushered in a new wave of like young go-getter TV producers who had to fight like the establishment, who are like some big fat cat dudes in suits chomping on cigars? And it's like, yeah, one of the new kids got an idea for a show. You're like, send him in. And he's like, well, I was just thinking, sir, maybe like some hot, instead of the hot dudes, maybe some hot babes. And the guy going, nah, kid, I've been in this business a long time. You listen to me. People want Tom Selleck's upper thighs and cut off. That's what they want. They don't want these boobs. Like, it just seems so obvious. It's like the wheel. It's like when they look, like, who wouldn't have invented that? But yeah, it took a while. I think that's all I got. I'm sorry.
Chris Maddock!
Thanks for having me.
Woo! Chris Maddock!
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here, Chris. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much. We lost a couple of people either due to connections or they had a hot date. But Mikey Crone, who is also that serial killer at large. Senthil Rajasekaran still with us. Thank you so much for sticking around and performing tonight, Senthil. Sarah McPeck, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Tiffany Norton for letting us show another episode of Bitter Baker. Yeah, you can feel free to Matt Doima, which I believe he's ready for bed. I just wanna. Are you laying in bed right now, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
I was in bed too.
Is that a triple? What is that?
That's my new dog.
Ooh,
That's Florence.
fuzzy. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's a schnoodle.
Cute.
Schnauzer poo. Schnoodle.
Very cute. Well, thank you so much for performing tonight. Just want to say thank you. We love you. Thank you to John Wheeler for letting us show an episode of Underdressed and Overserved. Chris Maddock, of course, thank you once again for joining us. We're going to close out the night on kind of a somber note, but a really beautiful video. It's a song by Leah Ottman, who this was recorded in 2014. Unfortunately, Leah passed away on December 2nd, just about a week ago. She's survived by many friends, family, and fans. She's a very popular musician here in the Twin Cities, and we have the distinct pleasure of hopefully introducing a lot of you to her music. And our heart goes out to all of her friends and family who are feeling the loss of her. So to learn more, please go to facebook.com/Lottband, LOTTBAND. So folks, please enjoy from the Homestead Recordings number 5, Parking on the Grass by Leah Ottman.
Stop now, where are you going? What's the hurry for? So it rained, calculated twice last night. Forget the reasons that you gave me. I tried that time. Who taught you to lie so kindly? Possibly intrinsically, the world is on its side. And darling, let me tell you, the axis is alright. I'm out of questions at the moment, I apologize. I apologize. Real talk, look alive, your eyes are looking dimmer every day. What's so great about this facade? And can you take off the mask you're wearing to hell? They are growing lonely. Say to the rest of us, if only wait for me to go. They are growing lonely. Say to the rest of us, if only wait for me to go. They are growing lonely. Say to the rest of us, if only wait for me to go.
That was Leah Ottman performing in 2014. The song was called Parking on the Grass, recorded by Homestead Recordings. For more information, go to facebook.com/lotband. The world lost Leah on December 2nd, just about a week ago. And if you are looking to go to her memorial service, it's going to be held on Thursday, excuse me. Visitation begins at 11 a.m. and eulogy at 11:30, and the funeral mass at noon. It's going to be live streamed on Facebook. You can go to Church of St. Paul, their Facebook page, or just do a lookup of Leah Ottman. It's Ottman. And once again, our heart goes out to everybody who was friends and family and her fans. It's never good to lose anybody, especially during this time of year. So I want to thank everybody who performed tonight, everybody who's watched, everybody who's donated any tips. Thank you so much. It's going to go to the performers. We are here next week, and we hope that you are able to join us online, and be sure to visit nanotacostudios.com, and they will be showing reruns of tonight's broadcast, and you can see all of our stuff on our YouTube channel too. So thank you once again to everybody. I want to thank everybody at Nanotaco. Thank you to Mercy Victor, Kat, Shane, Whitney, Carly, Jeff. Thank you guys so much. Special thanks to St. May of the Underground. We love you. As well as J Money, the motherfucking hawk, Kruger Kaka. And we hope that you have a great week ahead. And please keep wearing your mask. Please keep being responsible, and keep caring and reaching out to people who might need it. Stay awesome, and we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye. Citizens of the Planet. The Monday Night Comedy Show is the longest-running comedy showcase in the Twin Cities. Our choices have sometimes been questionable.
This goes out to all those people who didn't believe in me when I was just starting out. Now I'm going viral.
We were once called the weirdest show in town, and over the years, we lost some of that. We're happy to announce that bringing the weird back to the MNCS is an item on our to-do list. We ask that you take a chance and watch us each week at 8 p.m. Central. We're not only going to bring you a safe and fun way to see performers from all over the metro area, but all over the country and the world. We are the Monday Night Comedy Show. We've been doing this for over 13 years, so we almost sort of have an idea of how this works. Stay awesome, and see you Monday.